Hello, as ever, thank you for joining me. And a big welcome to new subscribers. Thank you for joining us, and thanks to those who have been around for a while, and especially those who chip in and help and support others. But I appreciate you, each and every one of you. It means so very much to me. Well, it's one of those days where it's stoppy-starty rain, and I was all set to go out and record in the yard, and the rain started, and of course as soon as I've set up, it stopped. C'est la guerre. But over the weekend, I enjoy watching Strictly Come Dancing. It's one of my relaxations. And then I will phone my friend up in Middlesbrough and we will discuss what we thought of the costumes, the dances, the setting, because this week it was somewhere different. It was up in Blackpool. And on Sundays we discuss who was eliminated. Do we think that's right? So it gives us something to chat about, which is good. But neither of us is one of those people who can just sit and watch a television programme. Full stop. We're always looking at things and thinking, well, why did that happen? That wouldn't really happen. That's not right. And what's going on there? Oh, and isn't that scenery beautiful? So we get an awful lot out of sharing our thoughts on that. But Strictly is, I say, special for me. As a child, I started dancing at the age of 3.5, and I got my first pair of ballet shoes, little diddly things they are. And I used to love it. I did tap, ballet, and musical comedy. And at the age of 4, I stood in the middle of a stage and sang my first ever solo. Apparently my mum was weeping buckets of tears, and then the next day she had a migraine. So that was typical for my poor old mum. But I gained a lot from that. I gained a lot of confidence and having a go at things. I wasn't the best of dancers, but I enjoyed it. That's the main thing. And unfortunately, when I moved to secondary school, my parents decided that as I would have homework, etc., I needed to stop going to dancing because it was Saturdays and one evening a week for another lesson. You won't have time, so your homework comes first. And on reflection, I am upset about that because I would like to have continued, but that was their choice and I had to respect that. But I did go on to do some ballroom dancing with my dad. So when I see them doing a waltz or a quick step or a foxtrot, fond memories, very fond memories of mum and myself taking turns to dance with my dad. And there's a song, What I'd Give to Have One More Dance with My Father Again. And it always brings a tear to my eye when I hear that. But it was fun. It was great fun. But the most fun, she says, sticking her tongue very, very firmly in her cheek, was at a wedding when part of the reception was a salsa class. Okay, it was different. Out in Spain, outside. And so I joined in the class, and then they started actually dancing. So I sat down because I was on my own. Well, I'd got a female friend who came to the wedding with me. But my ex-husband was at the wedding, and I could see him, I sat as far away from him as I could. And this very nice young man, actually, he was gorgeous, asked if I could salsa. I did know him. And I said, oh, yeah. He said, right, just go with the flow. He said, I've done a lot of salsa. So he said, well, we won't be just doing what they've done. Okay. So at one point, he was running his hands down my sides. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. Quick look out of the side of my eye at my husband, who was sitting looking as if he was sucking a lemon at the time. And then he said, right, you do the same to me. Oh, suddenly this salsa class took on a whole different meaning. Right, I shall stop there with that one. But I was amused at Saturday night's Strictly Come Dancing because they kept showing the front row of the audience, and the men were all sitting with their legs wide apart. And it seemed to be alternate man, woman, man, woman. So there'd be a man and another man, and in between a woman who was squashed into whatever space there was left between these guys' thighs and their knees. Oh, right. I shall rest my case there and say thank you. Thank you for being around. Thank you for joining me. If you don't like dancing, sorry if I've bored you, but hey ho. I like it. I liked it. I don't get to dance these days except throwing myself around in the sitting room if I've got some 60s music on, when I can dance like no one is watching and sing like no one is listening, which is good. So take care. Do a bit of dancing yourself. Doesn't matter if it's out of time, doesn't matter what it is, just gets you moving and listening to the music. So thank you ever so much. Speak to you soon. Bye for now. Bye.